Hi Denise, my name is Jessica and this is your how-to video. So when you put on your makeup for the first few times, you can just follow along with this video, and then after that, honestly, it is just the quickest, easiest makeup to put on. So you got my favorite brush, the detail brush. We have the small end on the bottom, we have the nice long end on the top. We're gonna start with your brown color, okay? So this is your contour and you have Astoria. So I like to use the edge of the brush, wipe it through, and we're gonna go higher than we think. So we're gonna go from the top of the ear towards, I kind of aim like between my nose and my mouth, and you can even just dab it in a line, or you can swipe it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, every time you do this, it's gonna get better and better. And generally people start pretty light and then they get a little bit more gutsy with how much they put on, but it's all beautiful. It's all whatever you are looking for. Okay, so just like that. And then when you look this way, you should be able to see a little bit of a bump of your cheekbones. So we're really just lifting up those cheekbones. Other side, top of the ear towards the bottom of the nose, just a line, and then you're just gonna brush it out a little bit. We'll finish blending later. Okay, back into Astoria with the whole brush. Now we're gonna do our forehead. I like to go from my hairline, so the part to the top of my ear, just like that. If there's any extra, oh, there was. Okay, throw it on that side. I have a few blemishes today, so I'm gonna use a little bit more than I normally would. And now we're just gonna move it around. So you're gonna pull it, you can swirl it, you can brush it towards your hairline. And then just brush the line where it's meeting up with just your skin. Lastly, you can change your jawline if you want. If you don't want, so we're gonna go down the ear. If you don't want, we should still do it under here because it defines the face and it really helps it to like stop before going right into your chest, because we're gonna create the same color on our face as our neck. So you do wanna create a little bit of dimension. So let's go under the jaw if you love your jaw, or just on top of the jowl if you want to cover anything. And you'd wanna stop, if you're gonna cover a jowl, you wanna stop at your mouth, because generally our chin is pretty tight, so you just want to go to there. Okay, next we're going to go into our main highlight. So your main highlight is Sandy. You're going to have a darker main color and a lighter main color. Okay, white peach, Sandy. You want to use Sandy. So we're going to use your brush. This is where people start to use a little bit too much, so I can show you ways that we can fix that though. I just start by putting it down the center of my nose, and as you can see, it's yellow and it's got lines. That means it's too much. But we're gonna spread it around. So I'm gonna pull it down both sides of my nose. I'm gonna drag this color over my eye. And you can do a heavier coverage if you want to. I prefer a really natural look, but it is totally up to you. We're gonna drag this over your eyebrow. You just wanna make sure you never look yellow or can see the makeup, because this makeup should be able to sink into your pores and look like a second skin, no matter how much layering or how much of a layer you put on. Okay, so I think I've got most of it off my brush, so now I can just go and blend the two. And now we're gonna do the bottom of our face, so back into Sandy. We're gonna go under the contour here, over the lip, under the lip, and under the contour. I'm just dragging it a little bit because I have a little bit too much on that side. Okay, so we've kind of left alone under the eye area. So that stuff's all done. And the reason we've done that is because we don't want to layer anything. Everything has its own spot. So you got Plum for your lip and cheek. Plum is my favorite. I'm so excited for you to try this. You can use this side, just dab Plum. And I like to put it right above, staying away from my nose and away from my eye. Dab again. That was probably too much. You can put the rest on your lips if you want. Now we're gonna pull that down. So we wanna keep the lip and cheek and the contour right where we put them. Okay, so you can see how I just pulled that down. You can wipe off any extra while you're blending. Lift up the contour and then just pull back. And we will clean it up yet, don't worry. And if you want, you can just flip it over and if it goes too low. So I love the double-ended brushes for that reason. Oh, I think I got some on my eye. That's not a good look. I don't want purple under the eye. Okay, so pull down the lip and cheek, pull up the contour, pull it back, and just keep brushing it until you are happy with the look. I got a little bit low, so I'm just going to clean it up. And now to clean up under the eye, we're gonna use your white peach and the smaller end of the brush. So we're gonna flip it over. White peach is the brighter one. You don't need much, and you're just gonna drop it right there, and then drop the extra just down the nose. And this is gonna brighten the center of your face. So now we wanna pull this under the eye, and you wanna be careful under the eye. This is our thinnest skin. So you're either tapping or dragging really gently. So down the nose, under the eye, down the nose, under the eye. If it goes in the inner eye, that's okay. And then we're just gonna fan it out. And then we're gonna flip it and blend where it went over top of the blush. Look how bright that under eye is. This one you can just blend out as well, and it really brings your nose forward without really contouring. You could add contour as well, but that already does a little bit of a contour job. So under the eye, fan it out. Flip it over, blend the two, and then you can add your plum to your lips as well. I really like this side to put my lipstick on as well, but then you got to clean it because when you go in, we never like really use all the lip and cheek because we just don't need that much. So there's usually some purple still on here when you go and do your eye the next time, so just make sure you clean it. Or you can use your finger. Okay, you don't have this brush, but I generally use the line brush. It's this thin one, and then I go with my contour and I just fill my eyebrows with it. So your contour should match your eyebrows. And there's a way of doing this. It's not so messy, but I just want you to get the drift of it. And then your setting powder. Okay, so you have the setting spray and the translucent powder. So mine is right there. I have very dry skin, so I don't use these. But what you're gonna notice is that this guy soaks your face. Like, it's like, and so you may want to spray it onto a perfector sponge. So wet this with water, squish it, squish it, squish it, and then spray it on here. And then you're just gonna go and press it in your face, and it's gonna set it so well. I have seen a lot of people who prefer to use this after, because the makeup, even if you have oily skin, the makeup will still adjust your skin. But if you're not wanting to wait, like, you're gonna have to wait for that like 1 week adjustment time with your skin. If you're not wanting to do that, then you would spray this on your face first, do your makeup, and then if you want, you can spray it on after as well. And same with the translucent powder. You can do it before or after or both. It's up to you. I would start with less because you may be surprised how well this makeup stays on. But remember, it's natural, so your body will get used to it, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. Okay, so this is hard packed. And so I've seen, again, I don't use it very often, and this is the nicest brush, by the way. You can use it for your makeup too. So I've seen people just grab some and push it under their eye wherever they're shiny, or if you don't like the shiny, because it does give you a nice dewy look. Or you can break it up and make it powder and then put it on. So it's totally up to you how you want to use that. And most people will just put it under their eyes. You want to be really careful how much you put under your eyes though. Or like I said, if you're going for the matte look, then you'll kind of put it everywhere. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know.